Once upon a time in a lush, green village nestled between rolling hills and flowing rivers, there lived a billionaire named Dayo. Dayo was known far and wide for his immense wealth, but he was also known for his loneliness. Despite having everything money could buy, he felt unfulfilled, longing for true love that went beyond riches and status. One day, Dayo decided to disguise himself as a poor man. He donned tattered clothes, wore sandals made of worn-out leather, and let his beard grow wild. He wanted to experience life as the villagers did, to understand their struggles and joys, and to find a woman who would love him for who he truly was, not for his wealth. Dayo entered the village under the name Kwame, a humble name that matched his new appearance. He helped the villagers with their daily chores, sharing in their laughter and hardships. He learned to fish in the river, plant crops in the fields, and tell stories by the fire at night. The villagers welcomed him with open arms, unaware of his true identity. Among the villagers was a kind-hearted woman named Chioma. She was known for her beauty, intelligence, and generosity. Chioma often helped those in need and had a heart full of love. Dayo was captivated by her spirit and kindness, and he found himself drawn to her more than anyone else. As days turned into weeks, Dayo and Chioma became close friends. They shared dreams, fears, and laughter. Chioma admired Kwame for his humility and hard work, and Dayo admired Chioma for her strength and compassion. He knew he was falling in love with her, but he struggled with the truth of his identity. One evening, as the sun set and painted the sky in hues of orange and pink, Chioma and Dayo sat by the riverbank. The air was thick with unspoken words, and Dayo felt the weight of his secret pressing down on him. Chioma, he began, his voice trembling, do you believe that love can be found in the most unexpected places? Chioma turned to him, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. Of course, Kwame. Love knows no boundaries. It can bloom in the heart of a beggar or a king. But it must be true, pure, and free from deceit. Dayo swallowed hard, feeling the truth of her words. What if someone hides their true self to find love? Is that still genuine? Chioma frowned slightly. It depends on the reason. If it's out of fear or shame, then it's a betrayal of the heart. As their friendship deepened, so did the tension in the village. A rival businessman, Amadi, learned of Dayo's presence and grew suspicious of the newcomer. Amadi was known for his ruthless ambition and had his eyes set on Chioma, believing her beauty would elevate his status. One fateful night, as Dayo and Chioma worked together to prepare for the village festival, Amadi confronted them. What are you doing with this beggar, Chioma? You deserve better than a man who can't even provide for you. Dayo stepped forward, anger flaring in his chest. I may not have wealth, but I have honor and respect for this village. I work hard for my place here. Amadi laughed mockingly. Honor. Respect. Those mean nothing if you can't put food on the table. Chioma deserves a real man, one who can give her the life she deserves. The tension escalated, and Chioma found herself torn between her feelings for Dayo and the societal pressures surrounding her. As the festival approached, she felt the weight of expectation heavy on her shoulders. One evening, Chioma confronted Dayo. Kwame, I need to know the truth. Are you really happy living like this? You could have a better life, a life that Amadi can provide. Dayo's heart sank. Chioma, I'm happy because I'm with you. But I can't lie to you. I have a life beyond this village, a life filled with wealth and power. But that's not what I want. I want you. Tears filled Chioma's eyes. But can you give me security? Can you promise me a future? Dayo took a step back, feeling the sting of her words. I can't promise you a future built on lies. I came here to find love, not to deceive you. As the festival began, Amadi plotted to win Chioma's heart by throwing lavish gifts her way, trying to overshadow Dayo's humble efforts. One night, he cornered Chioma at the festival, showering her with attention. "Chioma, you deserve to be treated like a queen," Amadi said, his voice smooth and enticing. "Why waste your time with a man who can't give you what you need?" Chioma felt the pull of temptation, but her heart still longed for Dayo. Just as she was about to respond, Dayo appeared, having overheard their conversation. "Amadi, leave her be," Dayo said, his voice steady but filled with emotion. "Chioma deserves someone who loves her for who she is, not for what he can offer her." Amadi sneered. "And what do you have to offer, Kwame?" "A life of poverty and struggle." In that moment, Dayo knew he had to reveal his true identity. He stepped forward, his heart pounding. "Chioma, I can't hide any longer. I am Dayo, the billionaire you've heard about. I came here to find love, not to flaunt my wealth." Gasps echoed through the crowd, and Chioma's face fell. Betrayal washed over her. "You lied to me, Dayo. Everything we shared was built on a lie." "No." Dayo pleaded, desperation in his voice. "I fell in love with you as Kwame. I wanted to know you without the influence of my wealth. I never meant to deceive you." Chioma turned away, her heart breaking. "You should have told me from the start. I trusted you." The festival continued around them, but Dayo felt as if the world had collapsed. Chioma walked away, leaving him standing there, exposed and vulnerable. Amadi seized the moment, stepping in to comfort Chioma, whispering sweet nothings in her ear. Dayo watched, his heart aching, as Chioma smiled at Amadi, the warmth in her eyes a dagger to his heart. He felt the weight of his decision heavy on his shoulders. Had he made a mistake by hiding his true self? Days turned into weeks, and Dayo tried to move on, but the memory of Chioma haunted him. He poured his energy into helping the village, using his wealth to improve their lives, but nothing filled the void in his heart. Meanwhile, Chioma struggled with her feelings. Amadi pursued her relentlessly, showering her with gifts and attention, but she couldn't shake the memory of Dayo's kindness and the connection they shared. One evening, while walking by the river, Chioma found Dayo sitting on the bank, staring at the water. She hesitated, her heart torn between anger and love. "Dayo," she finally said, her voice barely above a whisper. "I've been thinking." Dayo looked up, hope flickering in his eyes. "What is it, Chioma?" "I choose love," she said, stepping closer. "I choose you. I want to be with the man who sees me for who I am, not for what I can bring to his life." Dayo's heart soared, and he pulled her into a warm embrace. "You have no idea how much this means to me." With their love rekindled, Dayo and Chioma faced the challenges ahead together. Dayo decided to reveal his true identity to the village, not as a billionaire seeking admiration, but as a man who loved Chioma and wanted to contribute to their community. Amadi, feeling betrayed and humiliated, left the village, but the bond between Dayo and Chioma only grew stronger. They worked side by side, building a future together, blending their dreams and aspirations. In time, Dayo and Chioma taught the village that true love is not found in riches but in the heart. They showed that authenticity and kindness are the greatest treasures of all. And so, the villagers lived happily ever after, knowing that love, when genuine, transcends all boundaries. This tale reminds us that love is a journey filled with challenges, choices, and the courage to be vulnerable. It teaches us that true connections are built on trust, honesty, and the willingness to embrace one another's true selves.